Okay, we are here at CMA Fest Day 3 and with Chesapeake Sons. I'm going to let you guys totally introduce yourselves because I will screw it up. Except I won't even tell you when I remember. Go, you can start.
I'm Eric Longacre. I play bass.
Is that it? Is that it?
That's it.
I'm Mason Ray. I've been at Chesapeake Sons for a little while now. I play drums, and it's a good time.
There you go. And I'm Jason, lead singer, and that's it. That's it. That's all I do. Lead singer, rhythm guitar.
Hi, I'm Ricky Dover, and I play lead guitar.
Very good. Okay, so these guys have so many great things to talk about that this is going to be great. They have played with lots and lots of amazing people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, ZZ Top, Leonard Skinner, Eric Church. Who else?
Cool in the Gang.
Cool in the Gang.
No, we haven't. We haven't. Cool in the Gang.
Mark and the Funky
I do like
Bunch.
Cool in the Gang.
Really?
No.
No.
Yeah, ZZ Top.
Slash.
Yeah.
Slash's band.
Yeah, Slash's band.
Yeah, Slash.
Slash
Slash
is
was
really good, I
awesome.
remember
Yeah, ZZ Top, REO Speedwagon, The Pretenders, Stray Cats.
Stray Cats.
We did, yeah. Actually, it was all on the same. A couple of those bands were on the same night. We had. It's actually pretty crazy. I had gotten a call when we did our. We had a different band name at the time in 2006, and I had a friend in college, and she ended up working for CBS Radio when we graduated. And at CBS Radio, she gave our CD. We were called the Cheaters at the time, and gave it to one of the program directors there. And he just called me randomly one day, and he was like, "Hey, dude," he said, my name's Chris Keith. I know you don't know who I am, but a friend of yours gave me your record, and I just listened to it." And he said, "We need a band to open at Baltimore Arena for ZZ Top, REO Speedwagon, The Pretenders, and Stray Cats. Would you be interested?" Which, of course, definitely we were. So I thought that was so cool, though, to take a chance, that there's still promoters out there that take a chance solely based on the energy of the record and the music. Like, had never even seen us live or anything, and just, kind of could see through the music and, read through it and could tell that, man, if they're making a record like this, then they have to be a killer live band. So
That's
it was
awesome.
cool. Yeah,
That
it was awesome.
speaks highly of your talent. So how do you go from there to the band that you are now?
It's been it's been a Nashville for sure. It was about 4 years ago. We had a song that we had written. It was called "Coming Down the Mountain," and we had pitched it to a booking agent that we had been kind of going after for a couple years. There's this guy that I had been trying to reach out to, had never gotten a call back, and then we hired a publicist in Maryland. And long story short, I got talking, and he said, "Do you have an agent?" And I was like, "No, I've been trying to reach this guy in North Carolina for a long time." And he said, "Oh, what's his name?" And I said his name, and he was like, "You've got to be kidding me. That dude I was the best man at his wedding." And it reconnected everything, and so I got on the phone with him and pitched him a song, and he said, "Hey, I have a manager friend in Nashville. I'd like to send this to him if you're okay with it," which I was, and he sent it to him, and 30 days later, he had actually signed us over the phone,
Oh, really?
based off of the one song, and we just sent him like a short video and stuff, and then that's kind of how we've all come together. Going to Nashville. Ricky's from Knoxville, and he's been here for years. And we first moved to town 4 years ago. Ricky actually played bass for us on some shows, and but he plays a bunch of
gigs.
a bunch of different instruments, and but lead guitar is his main instrument. And here we are, 4 years later, and now he's playing guitar. So
You play country music. Wow.
Yeah, country, blues, rock and roll, funk, soul. Being in Nashville, there's so much more than just country music
Right,
here.
right.
So being able to diversify your skills and be able to fit in other roles will just help you out to be overall a musician, and also help you in the strengths that you can provide any band that you're
Right,
working with.
right. You're not talking much.
They pay us to not
I
talk.
They think you're not
I let
talking.
Jason do a lot of the talking because he's the smart and
He talks like he's been
got a
here
lot to
before.
say. Yeah.
Well, that's crazy because
He's
it's like we
articulated
all
enough.
come from, this is a relatively, newer lineup compared to, like I said, I'm pretty much the only original member from, this band. Like I said, it started as the Cheaters. That was for 10 years, and 2 years ago, after we had already been down here, we had decided that, we had been thinking about changing the name, and not the music at all, just the name to kind of have a better reflection of, where the band originally came from, and, and our roots and things like that. And we wanted to have a name that, that was kind of a direct reflection of that. And Mason and I have known each other for a long time. Like, we've been family friends, and, it's like a very incestuous thing, the whole team, and he's become like a brother to me, and it's crazy because like Mason and I are over 10 years apart, as far as age. So, when I knew him, he was 9 years old. So it kind of started as like, it's crazy because it started as like, you never think of where you're going to be so much, and then he had a band in high school called Floozy, which was awesome because the Cheaters and Floozy did a show together at a children's fair, which was a pretty interesting lineup. But
none of the moms liked our name, but that's how we knew it was a good name.
Yeah, that's exactly.
But
exactly right.
when Chesapeake Sons was really starting to form as a band, I was actually living in California at the time, and Jason and I go way back. Like, we've been playing music forever together, just back in the day. And so I was living out there, and I didn't really have anything too important going on. So he was like, "Hey, I'm getting a band together. You want to play drums in it?" And I said, "Yeah." So 2 weeks later, I moved to Nashville.
Yeah. And
I've been here for like a little over a year now.
Yeah.
And it's great, man. I mean, best thing I've ever done. Best job I've ever had. Yeah, it's great.
No, it's great. I was talking to Eric about it because Eric, Eric made a leap. He had never even been to Nashville, and he packed up everything.
Yeah, you should have seen my car. It was really, my buddy took a picture of it. It was like a fighter pilot. I had like this much room, and for like 2 days I just drove and slept and ate and drank out of a cooler that I found.
Yeah. I mean, he got in on the 7th, and I mean, obviously we had jammed together before, but he had gone back home, kind of gotten everything, and then he moved here. He got here like Wednesday night on the 7th, and then on his way down, we're like, "Oh, by the way, we have a show tomorrow," and then so we just rehearsed like all day, and then played the show that night.
Awesome.
So
So what are you working on right now?
Right now, it's just
This interview.
Okay, well,
Right now,
after this
My
interview,
interviews.
you have a show.
Try not to say stuff.
we don't have any shows. Don't have any shows for the rest of the weekend. The
Yeah.
biggest thing for us is just getting this record out.
Okay, tell us about this record.
So this record, it's just it's gonna have probably about 10 songs on it, and it's just a complete throwback, like 60s, 70s rock and roll record.
Fun.
I mean, there's elements of, it's kind of a throwback, like very, definitely leans, very southern rock. But I mean, it's elements of Allman Brothers and Skynyrd and the Black Crowes and Zeppelin and the Stones and just all of that. I mean, that's one. We all like different styles of music, but that's one common genre that we all share together.
Kind of bring those influences into one track.
You guys write together?
Yeah, we've all written together, and we've done some stuff. Like Ricky and I have done stuff separately. Mason and I have done stuff separately, and then there's certain times where somebody will have a riff and guitar riff and bring it to rehearsal, and Ricky starts playing a lead or something else, and then Mason adds drums to it. So yeah, there's been all different types of collaborations.
Yeah, I would say we don't exactly have like an exact way that we write songs. I mean, there's like an algorithm, I guess, to it, but it's all over the place. I mean, every time we come with a song, it was never written in the same way. Most of the time, I'd say.
So generally agree, sounds like. Just,
Yeah.
it all just works together.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's good, well, because you guys are all very different, but it all comes together nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
awesome.
that's what we were talking about yesterday. Is like, what. I mean, you think about what makes a song great, and there's really no right or wrong thing. Some songs are just like just make you feel really good. Some songs tell a great story and like they're lyrically compelling. And other ones maybe it's just tempo that drives you. Whatever it is that moves you, it really doesn't matter. And it's the same way with us as artists when we create. Sometimes you go, man, I don't know why why it makes me feel this way, but it does. And then that's kind of, so I think sometimes a lot of people tend to really overthink songwriting and the whole process. And sometimes the best songs are the ones that just naturally come out because that's the truth. That's who you really are. So.
What genre do you call yourselves? What do you say? Because you're definitely not
I would say Southern rock.
Southern rock,
I mean,
okay.
the biggest thing, really, it's rock and roll. It is rock and roll because rock and roll really bridges the gap. I mean, when you say rock and roll, it can mean, like if you say hard rock, that's obviously different. But when you say rock and roll, I mean that's elements of blues and Southern rock and country and funk and just everything. That's I mean, Ricky's a huge kind of 60s, 70s rock and roll style, and that's like when he was saying his influence, it's kind of everything.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of rock and roll, but there's also a lot of intricate parts to the record too. It's not like it's just verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, or something like that. Like there is intricate parts and breakdowns and things like that that make it more unique than a lot of rock songs you probably heard. But that was definitely one of the things that I loved about it too, is because there's that hardcore, that feeling that you get, and then there's also the intricate, like where there's musical parts that were like impressive too. But it was still like comes back to the thing where it just gives you a feeling.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's good. Where can people find you? Social media?
Yep. Yeah. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, ChesapeakeSons.com. Yeah. So, yeah, pretty much everywhere.
All right. Well, this is exciting. So look them up, ChesapeakeSons.com, and hopefully we'll be seeing this record soon.
Very
Yeah,
soon.
top of the charts.
Top of the charts. Just look for it there.
All right.
Up
Right on
there.
the top.
Not down there.
Oh, no. Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
For taking time out today, and hopefully we'll be seeing you guys out on the road somewhere.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you.